All right. Trying this for a second time. I want to say thank you to Ganesha that actually I'm going to delete that file in a little bit. I'm not going to play with this. There was no sound, but if any of you is here, please let me know if there is a sound. I'm assuming that it is. And gonna be talking about this astro-gravitational report of pretty much what I said there. And I want to say, first of all, thank you to all of you being here. There is a lot of things that are working. Currently, the energies are all kind of like mm, mixed up. There is a purging, means like letting go of the old self, old path, old things in there. Or if you're still in the old path, you're going to be working and to get what you want to get, the things that you need to do. There is a this purging of what your old self was. That could be include people, acquaintances. Hi, Christine. Thank you. Can you hear me okay? Let me know if you can hear me okay. That could be a family members, work situations, and so on. Simply because those energies does not match your destiny. Today is going to be a very kind of like in the next few days. You're going to be experiencing these things between 3 and 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and again at 9 till 10 o'clock in there. All right, thanks. Thanks that the audio was fixed because the first video there was no audio. I was just talking, but there is no audio, and there is no way I can figure this out if somebody didn't let me know. And I want to say thank you to Ganesha that she did that. So, what is it going on with all these positions is because the vibrations of things, situations, and so on don't match your destiny. And you're going to be start getting glimpses about this destiny. That is the balance between you and your destiny. What I'm talking about, there is this divine guidance is going to get it. Because the ascendant, first of all, we're talking about between 3 and 4 o'clock. There's going to be these divine energies with the destiny. So is with Saturn for a little bit. And 10, a similar energy is going to be between 9 and 10 when you're going to feel like you have to do something for your destiny, a work that needs to be done within. So you may find out yourself that the purge is going on, test, purge, test. That is a still going on. Sleep patterns are disrupted, work patterns disrupted. Everything is disrupted because of the purge. Things that needs to be gone. You may gonna find out your past is review in front of you. You may gonna find out past situations coming to you. You may find out things. The only way you're gonna know if you really purge, if you actually acting totally different within. So, with that being said, I'm going to put you on the side, guys, in here, and I'm going to be looking at into the charts of what is it going on, what is cooking, what does it have for us. So, at 7 o'clock when you wake up, the thought in your minds that inner work is going to be your masculine energies. That is, I did the right things, that I did the right situations. Midheaven is going to be in divine aspects with Mars, who is in at 1 degrees, 36 minutes within Leo, together with the midheaven that is in 29 degrees, 44 minutes of Aquarius. This is kind of like a rare configurations in there because usually those two are fighting to each other. But during in this, into the fights, you find a divine wisdom from within. That is it when the king becomes the rebel, rebel from within to fix his own kingdom. But be careful with this because Mars right now, he is the warrior. He can bring two different fires. One is of the destructions, one is from the creations. So if using those destructive energies in there, or somebody pushes you to become a destructive, be careful with those energies right now. They could be a very intense. At the same time, though, we are going to be working it as the sun is right now in Gemini. We are going to working on the friendshipness of the situations within the friendshipness in there. Hey, Ganesha, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And we're going to be working on this friendshipness. And that friendshipness comes in with who? Mars is sextiling the sun, and the sun is trining Neptune. The friendshipness, you take the authority of friendshipness instead of being the enemy. That is a what the rising of the masculine energies will be. What else is going on? The moon and Venus, when I wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning, they're going to be together. This is the rising up of the feminine energies. If it has to be related into the family situations, because that's what it is, everything happens in Cancer. And since the moon, it is actually the owner of that, she is in her own powers in there. The moon, it represents the intuitions, represents the mother, represents the emotions, and those emotions tied up with the love, that is a usually when the mother gives the wisdom to its own daughter. That is in on the one side, but if the mother has not been developed these energies and there is a situations there, the role is going to be switched. Actually, the daughter is going to give the example to the mother, and all this it's connecting with Saturn. That is it. We're talking about these mysteries of lessons that are going to be, and those energies they just going to be, they're going to be rising up, because exactly at 7 o'clock in the morning they're going to be exactly in put together there. So with this waking up in the morning, you're going to find out that those feminine energies, they're connecting with Uranus. That is it, the sudden changes. You finally agree of the sudden changes. That is it, the changes where the emotions, which is the moon, is going to tell you about the love. It's not all about money. It's not all survival. It's got something more meaningful in the world. It is about caring. It is about doing the things as a feminine energies, having a courage as a feminine energies, and have this compassion built within to be ready for it. Some of the females, they're going to be preparing themselves to learn how to become a mother, to get this responsibility as a mother. Maybe the mother is going to school you how you to be with your kids and so on. But all this is going to be under this beautiful, beautiful energies of sudden changes. Something triggers, something happens, something goes with the flow, and the universe is in charge. So later on, we're talking about at 8 o'clock, that energy is going to be changed. Midheaven, it's going to be at 15 degrees of Pisces. That energy is going to be connecting, particularly, I'm talking about, is going to be connecting with the moon and Venus. That is going to be this inner work. And Midheaven is also sextiling with Uranus. That is this energy you feel inside of you, that he has to be have this mystery ways, he have this mystery connections, he have this deep emotions inside of it, because it happens from what is happening from Pisces, which is emotions, deep, deep emotions, within the family, which is also deep emotions there. And since Uranus is in Taurus, which is what's happening on the Earth, maybe there's going to be a lot of triggers, then maybe there's going to be a lot of other situations, but the things, the energies are going to be very good about this inner work done in of this time. Ascendant is at 7 degrees of Cancer. That is also going to be the focus within the family situations in there. And looking at within this, it's going to be this rising again of this feminine energies. Sometimes between 8 and 9 o'clock, the ascendant is going to be really focused on that unifications. Maybe something is going to be seen from what you knew. It's like, this is what I need to do. Maybe I need to talk to mom. Maybe I need to talk to my daughter. Maybe I need to talk about someone that can help me. At the same time, though, later on at 9 o'clock, midheaven, it's going to be at 2 degrees of Aries. That's going to be a beautiful trine with Mars, who is at 1 degree of Leo. This is going to be this fire putting in. But fire of what? Fire of wisdom, fire of everything to be working together, not destructions, because destroying things is not going to help. Because if you destroy things, you have to build it. But how you transmute it, how you transform it, how can you go ahead and do the things from within yourself? Where are you starting first? Personal transformations. This is what the beauty of this energy is, of the masculine that rising up, rising from within. There is an angel wings that are going to be created with all this. And it's going to be help from Neptune, from a midheaven. It's going to be helping with the sun, which is the authority, and Pluto. That was the same energies when Pluto was crossing over in Aquarius, that he gives you this power, these changes, this belief, these new energies, this freshness. But now you're reviewing that. And when you're reviewing it, you see what you did wrong, or what you see what you did right. And you're like, I know what to do now, because Pluto is going to go back into Capricorn. So at 10 o'clock, midheaven is going to be together with Chiron. That's going to be kind of like intense energies towards Venus and the moon conjunctions in there. That is going to be, this is what needs to be healed. That is a that the daughter has to understand to heal herself. So is the mother has to understand to heal yourself. The daughter cannot heal the mother. The mother cannot heal the daughter for itself. That's an illusions in there. But through communications, through this talks, they can help through the experience to help heal each other for within themselves when they do this inner work from within. That is going to be a very beautiful, powerful triggers in a way. But through those triggers, if there is no triggers, you won't figure out what the problem is. So be thankful about those triggers. Ascendant at this time at 10 o'clock is going to be really focused within Mars. I mean, it's been happening in the past few days. There is nothing new under the sun. What is new? We have to learn to work together with the feminine energies, unifications inside. That is could be a trigger for some of the people that they have to work with their mother-in-law, with their energies of the mother-in-law, to work with the masculine energies, the feedbacks, and so on and so on. Look inside of those issues, inside of it, in there. It is not about you to create issues, it is about you to transform through the issues. And you gotta be happy with the issues that comes in, because they tell you what you need to do. So, talking about 11 o'clock, that energy, the ascendant is going to be at Leo. That is going to be opposing midheaven, North Node, Jupiter. Yeah, you tired of all those, because it's like, what's preventing me to get my destiny? I want to be within myself. I want to get this growth. I want this. I want that. And then nothing happened. The king only wants. But the king needs to understand he also has a job to do. He has to rise up, grow up, be a wisdom within, not just giving orders and be in pleasing energies. That is in like the 5-year-old who is so lazy. It's like, mom, give me a water. Dad, I need some food. Dad, give me some money. Can we go here? Can go there? Instead of learning how they have to begin and use their mind of growing up. Go ahead and fill up their own cup of water. Go ahead and take care of things, take care of the animals, take care of situations, because life is going to teach them at work. But they have to be wise enough to understand that life is going to teach them to work. So some of this energies is going to be triggered at 11 o'clock. At 12 o'clock, that energy is going to be moved. Is going to be focused of certain changes. Exactly. If nothing changed, nothing evolved. And these certain changes, they're going to be focused within the ascendant. That is also is going to be at Leo again this time. It's going to be at the 26 degrees within Leo, but that is going to be squaring all that. You're kind of like resisting these certain changes. You don't want these certain changes. But once you see the needs for those changes inside of it, you're going to be transforming, because Neptune is going to be in divine energies with the ascendant. You're going to see this. Oh, wow, I'm seeing it. But later on, you're going to be working it with those energies. So at 1 o'clock, midheaven is gonna be with the sun. Authority. What kind of authority are you gonna put there? The sun is squaring Saturn, which is, I don't want to learn, I don't want to get into this, but the sun is working together with Mars and it's working together with Pluto to change. The ascendant is at 7 degrees of Virgo. That is a beautiful trines towards Mercury and the North Node and Jupiter. That's mean that during this time, you may find this communications of why do we heal things within you, those healing energies inside of it, so you can be ready for having this destiny within you. You can get this growth that it comes in because right now the destiny and Jupiter, it's coming slowly, 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 and it's gonna match. Is going to match with this. It's gonna be matching with the destiny. What are you going to do? And this is gonna be very opposing at some point when the moon is gonna be at Scorpio, because that moon is going to be emotions is opposing. This is going to be the time you are going to find out and fight. Are you going to fight for your destiny or are you going to kill your destiny? But that it's coming up in quite a few days. This is why right now, today, you're going to get the glimpses of what the destiny will be from within you. So, talking about like 2 o'clock, midheaven is in Gemini, is at 18 degrees there. Ascendant is at 19 degrees of Virgo. That is a beautiful energies with the Moon and Venus. That is a beautiful energies with Uranus in there. Healing it require. That is the Holy Mother in the hospital. If something was hard between the feminine energies, they need to heal inside. Those energies, they are going to be specifically we're talking about right now about the moon. The moon is beginning to have a very beautiful energies with Neptune. Essentially, she's in proximity still, but with Venus, she actually is going to be passing this. Pretty soon, Venus is going to have that aspect. So basically, right now, the moon it shows you what is in the front of you as a feminine. You to see this beauty of what you need to be seen. But at the same time, who sees this? Mars. Okay. Excuse me. So here is 3 o'clock, talking about these energies of 3 o'clock. Ascendant is going to be at 1 degree and 43 minutes within Libra. Unifications. Unifications with what? Okay. That is going to be a beautiful trine with Pluto. There is a beautiful trine with the Sun, talking about authority, taking the authority of transformations. It's the same time. The ascendant is a beautiful sextile with Mars. Mars is in sextile with the Sun. The Sun is sextile with Neptune, and Neptune is sextile with Pluto. Visions, situations, grow up. Midheaven at 1 degrees of Cancer is in divine energies with Pluto. The only thing it is the ascendant is opposing Neptune. You're not going to see. Some people are not going to see this. Why? They have not awakened. If you awaken one, you're going to see the glimpses there in front of you within your destiny. Because during this time, there's going to be some these divine energies. They are going to be coming in from where? From Jupiter, that is in Taurus, how you can grow in the material world. The North Node, which is right now current karma that it's pouring over the world. You have Mercury in all this. It's the communications, but you also, through communications, you get the downloads, you get the visions. This is why right now it's kind of like a crucial time to pay attention to what you see, because later on, somewhere between, I can tell you actually when it's gonna be, if you are more interesting to see it. So this is gonna be happening about 312, 320-ish in there. That is gonna be also divine energies with Saturn. Saturn is the karmic ruler, and all this energy is gonna be pouring towards you. Currently, the North Node it's 3 degrees 42 minutes. Jupiter it's 1 degree 36 minutes. As I say, they begin to coming together. Okay, when they come in together, you better be ready to receive your destiny if you do what you have to do. Okay, so talking about 4 o'clock later on, I need to just clock. There you go. All right, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, you're gonna be tested of what you saw at 7 o'clock in the morning. Midheaven is gonna be together with Venus in Cancer. You're gonna find out everything within. You have a very good relationship with Mother? If you're not, you're gonna find out because Ascendant is in Libra and it's squaring the Moon and Venus and the Midheaven. Intense energies in there that needs to be transformed, or the things cannot be transformed as at all. And this is why there's going to be this purge of these heavy energies, because you cannot change other people. Doesn't matter who they are. You better get this to your brain, to your soul, to your energies. You stop fighting with all this, stop doing it and putting these energies, because they have to understand, they have to fix themselves from within. That's what those energies are calling right now with all this. So understanding this, you're going to be focused within these sudden changes that you have to make. And some of you, maybe that's what the change will be. You to focus the things out and what you need to do within yourself as a family or for the family. So later on at 5 o'clock, midheaven is going to be at 0 degrees of Leo together with Mars. That energy is going to be squaring the ascendant that is in Libra, but there is going to be a divine energies with Neptune. You're going to find out the balance. What did you miss? If you missed the divine energies that were at 3 o'clock, 10, 20 minutes after 3 in there, and you didn't know what you want, now you're going to be able to see it. Now that energy is available for it. Okay, so you see all these energies that are coming in, but all this energy creates a pressure of things that needs to be done, things that you are not aware of. This is like all of a sudden you're gonna feel like, oh my God, what it is. What kind of mess is this? What kind of situations? The world is not right. People not okay. What is it? All this happened. How come I was not awakened? How come I was blind? Yeah, it's one of those. It's gonna be one of those energies, guys. So later on at 6 o'clock, midheaven is going to be at 14 degrees of Leo. That is the same energy as the ascendant before, the wisdom. I was talking about the king that he doesn't know how to even put his cup. It's like, oh, I don't know. Well, you're a king. You're supposed to know everything. Oh, I don't know. How do you don't know? Well, I always was served. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And ascendant is at 7 degrees of Scorpio. There is going to be again these energies of Leo, Aquarius, Taurus situations that we begin this process of the last year. And last year, if you work within those energies, you clear some of the things out. Now it's more easier for you. If you don't get it, go ahead and look at the reports from the last year. They may gonna help you out. Talking about the Leo season during this July and August periods, and there also the Scorpio season when we were purging, which is the end of the October and the beginning of November energies there. So pay attention to what did you do the last year with all those periods. Okay, pay attention because they are rising up. You may gonna see a flash from the past. Okay, the past that doesn't doing okay. So later on at 7 o'clock p.m. Midheaven, it's 0 degrees of Virgo. There is divine energies with Pluto. Ascendant is at 19 degrees of Scorpio. This is gonna be this energies of emotions because the ascendant is connecting in trines with Neptune. Neptune is in trines with both the moon and Mars. And this is going to be one of the mother is going to be kind of like a transitioning and put this um, daughter son-in-law situations in there. This is going to be like the moon. It's kind of like take this like here I'm giving you the intuitions, here I'm giving you what happens, don't repeat the mistakes, don't repeating the situations. And I beg you, if you have a family situations right now and you feel intense as masculine energies, just do it with peace and understanding. Don't even create any actions. Stay the heck out of them. Okay. If you have to just leave the room, it's like, no, let me think about it. Let me do, let's reprocess this. I don't want to say walking out. Take your time, you to really process it from the divine point of view. Okay. This is going to be pretty good for everyone there. And here it's that 8 o'clock energy that it's coming. Ascendant is at 0 degrees of Sag. There's the divine energies on the other end of, with Jupiter and the North Node. It is the time when the expressions of what this will be. So you're gonna look at it, the energy of the destiny that's gonna come in, and then you're gonna be asked how to express it. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna create something? Are you gonna be getting it with something? Or are you gonna be like, you know what, this is what happened, this is beautiful, I can't believe it. This is was the energy, this is was the situations, this is what actually happens in all this. You're gonna feel like this writing, usually this is the writer's time when they sit down and write things in there. But the midheaven is gonna be the focus of the healing. We are in the hospital in there. Okay, what are we healing? We're healing the moon and Venus. We are healing the situations with the sudden changes. We're healing the communications. That's what it is. Because everything happens through communications. You communicate within yourself, within your soul, within your higher self. Your higher self communicates with the universe. You communicate with people. You communicate with bosses. You communicate with everything. Communications is the key. And talking about it, 9 o'clock p.m., that is the same energies that I was talking about the ascendant. Now you're going to be working with these energies of destiny inside. You're going to feel this energies coming in, especially when it transitions from Virgo to Libra. You're going to find those beautiful, beautiful energies there because everything on the beginning of Libra, it is creating these divine energies with everything there is in Taurus. Okay, it is the same thing if there is something in the beginning of Pisces, and that's its cool. Saturn is at 6 degrees of Pisces, and this is why about let me see exactly. I'm going to give you these energies. Exactly about 9 12, you're going to begin that energy there. Then the divine energies are going to be increasing from the ascendant. There's going to be a divine energies from Uranus and Venus towards the ascendant of Sag about 9:20, and it's about 9:30ish. There's going to be this breaking up of the divine energies between the midheaven, which is the inner work, and Saturn, and it's going to be divine energies beginning with Mercury. At the same time, there's going to be this divine energies still with Venus and Uranus in there, the sudden changes process, that is going to go on all the way up into almost into 9:48 p.m. Okay, so this is going to be a very beautiful time for some of you to catching up on this energies. And around 10 o'clock, the midheaven is going to be in divine energies with Uranus. That is going to be the divine energies that are coming in for within you. Ascendant still in 25 degrees of Sag is going to be in divine energies with Venus and 10 with the moon. So as you see it, all this is divinely guided. But if you're blind for it, if you're not seeing it, if you're not processing all this, all you have is turmoils from within. Midheaven, it is squaring the moon and Venus. The ascendant is squaring Neptune, and Pluto, it is right now opposing the moon and Mars. Intense emotions against transformations from within. I don't want to change anything. I want everything to be in the old way. I don't want to grow up. That's what all this is. So at 10 o'clock, be careful with that energies in there for it, because all it's going to lead is the sabotage of your own destiny. So at 11 o'clock, you're going to may find out that things getting harsh. Why? Midheaven, which is the inner work, is going to be a lot of shadow work. The purge is going to be probably very intense. And I'm talking about because midheaven, it's squaring Mars. That's one negative energies. Midheaven, it is opposing Jupiter, North Node, and Mercury. That is an additional three intense energies. Ascendant, it is opposing Neptune. That is another one. There, Pluto, it is opposing the Moon and Mars. That is a become two additionals more, and there is an additional squaring from Mars and the Moon towards Jupiter, North Node, and Mercury. That is a 10 intensified issues inside. This is why when it's purging, it's a lot of situation goes on, a lot of things that are coming in at 11 o'clock. Stay in your toes, go to sleep, and let the divine energies just taking out. Who is an authority to let the divine? Is you. You're in that authority. And this is why at that time the sun is in divine energies with the inner work, with the midheaven, and Scorpio is going to be divinely guided. For some of it, that could be even similar to the dark night of the soul, or that could be a dark night of the soul. But for some of you, this is going to be the purge of the energies inside of you that you don't need anymore, situations that you don't need anymore. I made a video the other day about the dark night versus the divine purging. So if you go to the main channel, you can find that video. That video is going to explain exactly that energies at 11 o'clock. So that's all I had for you guys. If you have some any questions, you can ask now. If not, let's share the love and the light. And guys, love you so much, and keep your toes, because I'm working so much. I'm doing a lot of work right now for it, and we have a lot of new things that we are brewing, mustering, and so on and so on. So new things will coming in pretty soon. All right, guys. Love ya. Right. You're welcome, Ganesha. Be love, guys, and be peace.